Realtor speaking. Yes, I can solve your sales problem. You know where my office is at the Spaces, right? I'll see you there soon. I'm gonna have my coffee now. Bye.
Earning business. Going out there and grabbing the right attention. With effective engagement. Earning the relationship. Producing more sales. Increasing cash flow, multiplying annual revenue, producing higher profit margins, and a huge return on your investment capital.
You to look at this objectively, okay? Why do sellers and for sale by owners don't want to hire agents?
Because of the commission.
Okay. Why don't they want to pay commission?
Because they want to save that money for them later.
Okay. And what else? Do you believe that's the real reason why? Okay. 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 If you don't want to pay for something, right? Because you don't like it, right?
They don't see the value, right?
There you go. There you go. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You look serious. Okay.
She is serious.
Okay. So the key is the underlying factor is they've been trained that they don't see any value. Whether they listed before, right? They didn't get no results, or they didn't get no real buyers, or they got window shoppers, tire kickers, and looky-loo. So the real thing is this. You don't want to pay for something because you don't see value. Obviously, you want to save money, right? We're all looking to get the best deals possible in everything we do, right? But at the end, there's certain things you want to pay that's valuable. Antique furniture, right? Crystal glass. You know the value of them, so you know what you can pay for, right? You see what I'm saying? So that's the example. So you have to be able to know when they say there's no, they don't want to pay a commission or they don't want an agent, but they need to pay a commission and they need an agent. Right? 98%, I think the number is 98.2% of sellers wind up calling an agent after 60 days. And what Ms. Jody said yesterday, 42% of real estate agents are either going to quit or get laid off in the next year.
NAR says that by December of 2025, well,
You see what I'm saying?
42%.
Think about that.
AI is doing part of it.
Right. All right. Which I'm learning really well. But okay. So the thing is this. I'm going to go on the board and I'm going to write some things here. Let's see. Take a seat here. All right. So where's my phone? Here it is. Okay, why do sellers want agents? Okay, here's what I like to do. I like to look at the sellers and then the agents, right? And then what I would do is I would write a list of what the sellers' objections are, right? And then I would look at what the values of the agents are, right? Remember I asked this question, what is your skill, what is your value? So over here, they don't want an agent, right? One agent. They don't want an agent, right? They don't want to pay a commission, right? What's the other one? They're greedy. They don't realize that they're doing an agent's job, right? Agent's job. What else? Okay, that's just really it. So if they don't want to pay commission, bring their buyer, pay commission. I need time to think. All that represents the same thing. With one rebuttal, you eliminate all that. Matter of fact, right, Ms. Jody? They don't even bring up agents anymore. My presentation is right to the point.
Yeah, he's eliminated some.
Now, the reason why I could do that is because I have experience, so I won't teach it that way. You got to get to that point. Does that mean so you got to build a foundation and build on that? Okay, so now the agent has to ask, Well, what is the value of the agent? What does the agent offer? What value do they have? What kind of experience do they have? Do you need the most experience? No. You know who gets the deals? Those that expose themselves more. Those who people see more, right? What else? Strategy, right? Sales, right?
Solving sales.
Subprofit, right? Does that make sense? So when you look at it, when I used to look at investments, I would look at what's the risk or what's the potential, what's my tolerance for that risk.
It's the same thing. When you're talking about is when we did that CMA a while ago, and I
Right.
said, I don't care if you got 5 units and they come this much and it's this big. I still want to know. I could have 10 units and still collect less rent than if I just had 3. I want to know that rate of return.
Right. There you go. Right. You want to have a range, and the problem is people are stuck on that. Okay, so at the end of the day, there's 2 things that the seller absolutely needs. They need an agent. Your job, my job, is to get them to want an agent, because wanting is more emotional, and 95% of decisions are made on emotions. Why are they selling it? Because they're greedy, they're emotional about it. The agent we went to see yesterday, the seller, right? He's greedy beyond. He's an agent. He should know better, but he's like a drug dealer. He buys his own bullshit. Wasn't he?
He believes every
Thing he
thing he said.
And he thought I believed it. I was about to close his ass, but I wasn't sure how Miss Jody wanted me to handle it. Okay.
Unreal.
Okay. So now that you understand that they need an agent, you got to get them to want it. They have to see some value in you. And it has nothing to do with square footage. Did we talk any square footage with this guy? He started just bragging how much money he spent, blah, 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 blah. And then I gave him a strategy how he could save money, right?
I went home and did some more research on it. He didn't put those floors in there.
They were, I know. They look too old. They look too old.
I can deal with anything but storytellers.
Yeah,
I mean,
but liars. There's a difference. Yeah, liars. Okay. Now, okay. So keep that in mind, because a seller is just like you and I. Now, whether it's face to face or what's the first thing he told you? He goes, "Pause, my man," right? Because he saw from New York, and I called when he was supposed to call me in an hour. Guess what? He didn't call me back in an hour. I called him back, and I ripped him a new a-hole in the machine.
And then, buddy,
And he called me back.
I would have said, "Screw you."
No, you know what? But I respect him.
I know.
I said, listen, New Yorkers don't do that to each other. You gave me your word. You call me in an hour. It's already 2 hours later. Does your word matter? And he called me. See?
And he called.
See? Now, what about...
He's built the value in him.
That's correct. Now, what about Steve Koken? How he was trying to get away from setting
Another
meetings,
month.
right? And what did I do? I pushed him to meet next week. Okay? Now...
And then he said he's still not going to sign a contract until he meets me.
Right. He's going to meet you by Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, so, and one last thing is this. 2 things that you must learn to do when you speak with sellers and for sale by owners. When you get the warm and fuzzies, right? Like Miss Jody does, you got to learn to push. That's the only difference you miss, Miss Jody.
I saw that yesterday, real clear when I said, I'll try. I know commission, you don't have to pay me anything. I sell your house, you give me these 2 puppies. But he laughed because he's not giving me the 2 puppies.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we also were at other, exchange of words. I could have pushed.
Yes. Yes.
And then I thought, the reason I didn't, he's an agent. Well, what does that mean?
That's the thing, is you're buying into your own stuff too.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, here's the thing.
Just because he's an agent doesn't mean he knows.
Right. You know how many salespeople I run into? I go, you know what? You're not closing me right. You got to do a tie down right now. And then I flip the script on them. I don't care. Because here's what happens. Human nature, we believe if we're pushing, we're intruding. We're becoming a nuisance. We're a bother. And that's not true. More
No.
more people will respect you if you push them than if you just let them push you around. See, here's the difference. Either he's going to sell us or we're going to sell him. You see what I'm saying? I'd rather get off the phone knowing I gave it everything that I have and I gave him all the value, whoever it may be, right? Does that make sense?
Well, and I have a misconception in that. When I go in there, and I've done all my homework, and it's done,
Right.
and I show them the numbers that I come up with, the settlers don't know market.
Right.
So they're
Oh,
in the last 3 weeks, everything we look at is overpriced. Because the price improvements, as they call them, I just say we reduce the price.
Right.
I don't improve it. It's been lowered.
Right.
And it gets more agents to look at a lower price than an improved price.
Right. Right. And this is where you got to make adjustments now. This is where the creativity comes in, because this is the industry-wide thing, right? So it's common everywhere, right? It's not like it's just here,
Right.
So what happens is, as an agent, this is when the selling comes in. Okay, I know they're stuck on this price, and I know they may not list it at the price that's the market.
This one's 100,000.
No, not you, just anybody, right?
I mean,
Yeah, but
yeah.
him specifically. So what you have to do is give enough value where he's no longer involved in that emotion. Listen, here's the deal. I don't know how you priced it, right? But if I do my analysis and it's $20,000 overpriced, are you going to be okay with that? Because I'm not in the listing business. I'm here to sell property because I want to get paid, right?
Right.
And I don't want to wait 90 days to get paid, right? So you got to set the tone with that. So no matter what they say, whether they're agent or not, what is their objective? So that's what is their ultimate objective with you?
Bring me a buyer.
Yeah, but they want to get rid of you. That's what they want to do. They want to get rid of me. That's
I
just
need
a fact.
the fight card.
Yes. So I already know that going in. Okay. Now, how am I able to get people to call me back? I get callbacks all the time. You've heard me many times when I push people. Because I'm letting them know, listen, that objection's not going to work on me.
He tells them that.
Yeah.
He says, I understand that's an objection from you, but it's not from me.
Right.
And I'm just looking at him. Because the next things that comes out of his mouth, he raises the objection.
You laugh.
Well,
Right. No, but Miss Jody has now seen me more live in situations than before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So